Hey guys, it's Mike Garrick with My Nutrition Body, and we're going to go through the ultimate shake today. Now, why the ultimate shake? People are constantly asking me about supplements, constantly asking about a pre-workout, post-workout shake, meal replacement shake. Well, I've formulated what I call the S3, the Super Spinach Shake. It's got 6 ingredients, and we're going to go through each one. Okay, so the first thing you need is a base, right? So if you're looking for something that's low calorie, then just use straight water. But if you want something that's a little bit more calorie dense, or if you're going towards more of a post-workout or a meal replacement, it's gonna have more calories, then you can use skim milk or even whole milk. And for those guys that don't like dairy products, then you could use tofu or almond or coconut milk, anything like that, right? So it's a little bit more protein, a little bit more carbs. But basically, you just need a base for the stuff that you're gonna be blending up. Number 2. Protein, right? So you want to find a good, clean source protein. Be careful of all the additives. What you're looking for is you're looking for something that has at least 20 to 30 grams of protein here and very little carbs and very little fats. These are the fillers that they add in, right? The cleaner the protein, the more expensive it is. Now, why protein? Now this is whey protein, and for you vegetarians and all you other guys out there, you can use pea or soy or hemp or whatever you want. But basically, if you're cutting fat or you're building muscle, you need to up your protein. You're living in a pipe dream if you think you can build muscle without increasing your protein. Your protein demands skyrocket when you start lifting and lifting heavy, especially if you're decreasing your calories a little bit. Something else that protein helps with is it helps to control blood sugar. It helps to slow down the process that your body absorbs the sugars or the carbohydrates that you put in your shake. So it helps with blood sugar control. Number 3, you need a carbohydrate source. Now, if you're doing, let's say if you're doing fasted cardio or something like that, or you want to keep your calories really low, well then you don't have to add the carbohydrate in there because you're going to get a tiny amount from some of the other ingredients, but you would just do water and you would just skip the carbohydrate. But if you're doing a pre or post workout or a meal replacement shake, then you need to have some type of carbohydrate. Now, there's 2 different types of carbohydrate, right? You've got your simple, which is your quick energy, and you've got your complex. So if you want the super cheap version that's super effective, it's dextrose. Basically, it's straight glucose. This stuff is simple. It doesn't need to be broken down. Your body can take it and it can store it as glycogen. It can replace the sugar that you've used during your workout. Now, it's a good idea that you put some complex carbohydrates in, and one of the best sources is your oats, right? So your oats give you a little bit longer lasting carbohydrates. So you can do a little combination of the 2. If you don't want to put this stuff in, if you think this is white death, which it is, then you can add in some fruit. But understand that fruit is a combination of glucose and fructose, and it has to be split or cleaved before your body can use the glucose. And that's okay. But if you're looking for something more along the lines of health and not so much performance, then you can use fruit. Number 4, one of my secret weapons. Now, everybody's talking about omega fatty acids. Now, I've got my omega fatties mix here, and you can learn how to make this on another video. I'll include the link right here. But basically what this is a bunch of hemp and flax and a bunch of other raw seeds that are ground up in a coffee grinder, and then put in the freezer so that they stay fresh. You take a tablespoon of these bad boys and you dump them in, okay? So what's amazing about omega fatty acids, a few things. One is the anti-inflammation benefits, okay? So the anti-inflammatories, you're hearing a ton about that. Turmeric and cinnamon, a lot of these other ones, right? Why? Because a lot of the things that we do cause inflammation in our bodies. Working out causes inflammation. So it's important to have an anti-inflammation response with really good quality nutrition. This is great quality. This and your salmon oils, but you're not gonna be putting salmon oils into your shake, most likely. So the amount you put a tablespoon in, it's a small amount of calories, but it adds a lot of nutritional power. Another thing, brain health. Really important for brain health. 2 other things. Joint health helps with your joints, to lubricate your joints and keep your joints nice. I just talked to a guy at the gym the other day who started using this, and he came back and he said after a week, his joints stopped aching. This stuff's amazing. The inflammation, the anti-inflammation response from omega fatty acids is amazing, okay? And finally, it's a fat emulsifier. So it will help to put the fats into suspension. Now this isn't gonna burn your fat like a lot of people says it will, but what it will do is when you're exercising, when you're doing your cardio, when you're doing your workout, it will help to put that fat on your body into suspension so you can burn it up so it doesn't redeposit in your body. Now we're finally on to spinach. This is what I'm talking about. This bad boy right here, the nutritional profile of spinach is off the charts, right? And what's really crazy, awesome about the blender is that you can blend up so much of this stuff because it's hard to eat, it's a pain in the butt to eat, right? But it's super easy to blend it up. Another cool thing is you can get this giant 2-pound bag at Costco for $5, right? And then I consume 2 to 3 of these bags with my wife and I a week. That's more spinach than most people get in their lifetime or even a year. When you're putting your spinach in your shake, quit screwing around with your health. Make sure what you're gonna do is you're gonna add a bunch of this stuff, you know? You wanna, I'm talking, look at that. I'm talking a serious amount of that spinach in there, right? You wanna stuff that in there. Nah, 2 good handfuls is good enough. Alright, the last ingredient is spirulina. This is nature's multivitamin. So, if the spinach doesn't do it, which it's gonna do it, this will fill in any tiny little gaps that you might be missing in your micronutrients. This is a power pack punch to finish off this S3 Super Shake. Alright, now even if you don't have a Vitamix blender, you can just use a regular old blender or a Ninja, anything. Just get this done. There you go. Cheers. More nutrition than most people eat in a month. Listen, you can be high performance and healthy. Just get it done. Make it rain, make it rain, make it rain.
Welcome to the future.